Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So a couple of months ago I was starting to work through a little mini series I was doing where I talked through what I did to train my skills to either 120 or 200 mil. Now because of stuff which has been released in some really big updates, we've sort of like dropped keeping on top of these, but we're going to go back today with my version of how I got 120 and soon to be 200 mil woodcutting. Now I think this is a good one to do now because 110 woodcutting along with fletching is due to come before the end of the year. And hopefully the sort of methods I'm going to talk through, what I basically did, could give you guys a few little tips or helpful points on how to best train your woodcutting. Now I have kind of done this video already for fletching, although it was really sort of highlighting one method. I'll make sure it's in the corner of the video, and it's basically how I intended to AFK 120 mil fletching and possibly 200 mil when I find the willpower to actually do it. Now these methods could change when 110 woodcutting is released, but hopefully by that point I'll do a new video talking through the different methods and the different things you can do based on that. Now, part of my woodcutting I did do quite a while ago. Woodcutting was one of the possibly first 5 120 skills I got. And it was one of my favourite skills in the very early days as well, just due to how AFK it is. If you're looking to train woodcutting, that is one thing I would heavily advise. Use it as an AFK and a way to sort of take a break from the game, or relax and do other things on the side. So what I'm going to do first is talk through items, which what I find are important at the minute, and then sort of move into the training methods afterwards. So this will be the first block of where we talk through items which are going to be beneficial and useful for your woodcutting gains, and I'll talk through the methods which I did after that. So items which are very useful, we're going to talk through the hatchets first because again for woodcutting that is going to be one of the most important things. Now before the Imkando hatchet was released probably last year, the majority of my woodcutting up to about 120 was done between 2 axes. One was the augmented crystal hatchet, which as you can see I've leveled up to 20. And the best perks I've found for woodcutting have been honed and furnace. Because I did woodcutting so early, I didn't get to put ancient perks on it. But you can now get honed up to a 6, which I do highly recommend. And get ancient summoning, get the ancient tool gizmos, and then get honed to 6. Basically, it's a 2% chance to get to be successful with getting a resource. So you can get upwards to 12% high chance of successfully gathering items. Now, alongside the Crystal Hatchet, because of the Yak and the promos which were being released at the time, a lot of Dwarven tools were getting released. And for me, the Dwarven tool which I found the most value for after the Harvester is the one I kind of really like because it's profit. But the Chain Axe is very, very good for a method we're going to go later on, which is actually going to be Golden Bamboo. We'll explain it and talk about it later on, but the Dwarven Chain Axe basically gives you 2 options. Either you get double resources, or you get double XP and no resource. And with the level of XP you can get from the Arc, I did that and just basically got double the XP with no resources. Now, I can say that woodcutting is probably one of the better skills to put your double XP on when you're doing your daily keys and stuff. Again, it depends on what your account is and what you want your account to be, but it can be a very viable skill to put that on. And when I was doing the Dwarven Chain Axes, because I didn't have many Chain Axes and they were limited, that's when I teamed the double XP from my daily spins onto woodcutting so I could get the best value from that. However, since then, Jagex have released the Imkando hatchet, which is tied into the 4th room 3 quest line. I believe you have to do Dead and Buried. I hope that's right. If not, it's like the 3rd quest in is when you unlock the ability to get the Woodcutter's Grove, which again will give you some huge passive buffs for your woodcutting, so I highly recommend you do that. To be fair, I highly recommend you do the whole 4th room 3 quest line because the fort itself will provide so many different buffs for you. But it's going to be very worthwhile, and as you can see by my mini-map here, in terms of a skilling station, it's pretty massive. So those are the hatchets, in terms of the perks again, Honed 6 and either Furnace 4 or Fortune 3 are sort of best perks in my opinion. Again, Honed 6 is the one you really want, but to have Furnace or Fortune will just benefit you in that as well. Now, a new item which is quite cool and can limit the amount of porters you use on woodcutting, because woodcutting really is a porter's skill, is the wood box. Now, depending on what wood box you've upgraded to or what wood box you've bought, you can fill in with that tier of wood all the way down to base 1. So let's say you bought, for this case, Elder. I can have Elder all the way down to everything. If it was Oak, I can only do Oak downwards. So depending on what tier your box is, I would highly recommend maxing it out and getting the best one possible. It's really good as well for being able to store your wood spirits. Your wood spirits, very similar to stone spirits, give you an extra log per spirit, and rather than sort of waste all the bank space, you can use them and fill them into your wood box, and that will save you a lot of room as well. And it's just a nice little item to have, rather than using your porter charges, especially with something like Elders. Just fill your wood box, because you'll be able to like sort of fill 100 logs in, and they can just bank rather than use the charges. It just saves you a little bit of money, which is sometimes can add up over time. So let's talk outfits. So the first sort of woodcutting outfit you're going to get is this, the lumberjack outfit. And I believe you can now buy it from a double XP store during a double XP week, whereas before you had to do some temple check-in. This is very basic, and all it's going to give you is a 5% buff set for that. Now, with the invention skill coming to the game and the invention outfits, you can then upgrade to the Nature's Sentinel set. Now, this is made up of, I believe, 3 sets. It's oak, willow, and maple. And what this does as a combined set, you're going to have to unlock all the different items. I believe it's 15 you need to do. And this is where you get like the nature branch currency. After level 70 woodcutting, you'll start to unlock it. And then at level 80, then you can do it. And it's the sentinel fragments. So level 70, you unlock the ability to get a sentinel fragment. And then at level 80, you can turn this into the outfit. And basically what this does is just going to be the lumberjack set on absolute roids. So you're going to get plus 7% woodcutting success rate. You can plant 1 miniature evil tree per day. You can have a lot of teleports with there as well. And it's just basically a really, really cool little outfit to have. Especially if you do elders as well, you can just teleport to elder spot 20 times a day. Just for it to be nice in AFK. But again, very much worthwhile for the passive buffs it's going to give you as an outfit anyway. In conjunction with this, you can have the Brooch of the Gods. Really not needed for woodcutting, but if you're going to tie it within some your other skills, or if you're going for 120 all, the Brooch is kind of worthwhile having then. But this is for the urns. Obviously, woodcutting is a skill we can do urns with. We want to do urns. It's going to be 20% XP, especially with the urn enhancer as well. Not absolutely essential, but the urn enhancer is what makes urns 20% XP. If you don't have the enhancer, it's just going to be 10% XP. But either way, it's going to be massive beneficial to have it with you. We've got the Juju woodcutting potion, which is going to be a 10% chance to find a wood spirit when woodcutting. And then we also have the perfect Juju woodcutting potion, or the perfect plus potion, which is going to be a 5% chance of getting 2 logs when woodcutting and also getting the XP for it. Something I do have as well is beaver pouches. Beaver pouches are very good. It gives a +2 woodcutting boost when summoned. And you can combine that with the Ring of Whispers, which is also going to give you a +3. In terms of auras, the Lumberjack aura is very, very good. I have a legendary aura, which gives me up to a 15% success rate on woodcutting. And you also have the Asana's Fire Torch from Croesus, which is going to give you a 6% chance of successfully cutting logs and a 20% chance for receiving an extra log as well. A little bit pricey at the minute because I think a lot of people are using it to train their woodcutting, but something which can be worthwhile when you get to it. Now, one method of woodcutting I didn't really get a chance to use is crystalise. And again, I'm not really going to include it in this video because I didn't get to do it. But crystalise can give you a massive buff in XP, especially when sort of tied in with the light form prayer as well. Now, with the Elf Prayer Book, you do have the ability to do Superheat Item, which is going to basically burn all your woodcutting logs if you want to do it. Again, very good if you just want to go for pure XP and you don't want to move anywhere. Again, Acadia logs are probably some way you could do this. But if you want some profit, or if you've got porters, or if you've got infinite porters like we currently have at the minute, not really needed for that as well. Some decent scrimshaws though. The Tree Shaking Scrimshaw is going to give you some more bird nest. Very good if you're trying to get the Imkando Hatchet. And the Log Splitting Scrimshaw as well. It's going to give you a 15% chance to destroy a log while woodcutting and getting the XP for it as well. Again, Woodstone Spirits are very good to use if they are correct in terms of their price. Sometimes, especially with the Elders, they can be a little bit expensive and not worthwhile. Grace of the Elders and Sign of the Porters can be very good, but again, the wood box has sort of stopped the reliance on the Grace of the Elves, which is nice because it doesn't mean you need to have it as an absolute like minimum as well. And other stuff you can include your Premier Artifact for your sort of depositing of your items, 50% chance to deposit a log. Also has a chance for a boost, same with your clan avatar boost as well. If you are woodcutting, always try and get the clan avatar boost. So these are all the items you can use to sort of like improve your woodcutting experience, get more XP as well. So let's talk through like what I did for training. So for me, I did use, back in the day, 192 CAFB use, that is what I used to do. And I'm pretty sure I got towards like, I might have got 99 to be fair, because it was one of my very much AFK chill activities. Just sort of did it while watching TV shows and stuff. So I do think I got 99 woodcutting way before sort of like all the other stuff started to kick in. Now, in terms of my 99 to 120 journey, that's a bit different. I'm sure I did quite a bit of XP at Crystal Trees. Very good XP for that. Very AFK as well. And as well with the new hatchets and with the chain axes, it does give you a bit of a buff on XP. And that was pretty decent for a time being. So Crystal Trees are pretty good because they're going to be in one spot. They're not going to move. And then I don't know if it's every hour. I think it's every hour they sort of transport to a new spot. But there's a really easy way to sort of able to do it. And if you've got the ability to go to the max teleport, you can set it up to go to the active crystal tree. So crystal trees, I'll probably say like I did the best part of 20 to 40 mil. Another real good thing I did, probably later on in the woodcut journey as well, was divine use. These are very, very good for XP. And if someone was going to train 99 woodcutting now, what I would probably suggest is to get to 99, or at least to get to 90, I would suggest just doing divine use on board 84 every day, max out your thing, and you can chip away without very little time played anyway. What I've done for a lot of post 120 woodcutting is doing elder logs, which again are only able to spawn for 5 minutes at a time, but then you need to hop to different locations. Elder logs have probably been like all my XP post 120 because it's very good AFK GP when the price are up. Again, depends on the prices, they go up, they go down, but elder logs are a very good and viable way to AFK. And probably if I didn't have the ability or the need to do a bit of archaeology at the minute for a video I'm doing, I probably would be using my porter at the elder trees. What I'm going to go show you now though is how I pretty much did most of 120, and I'm probably sort of going to say about 60 to 80 mil of my XP was done here, and this is in the Ark. Now to get to the Ark you have to do a few things to get some stuff unlocked, and you do need to go and find your own private island, but golden bamboo is very good XP as well as being heavily AFK. Now again, I can do a video just on golden bamboo by itself. Again, let me know in the comments if you want to see it or not, because it is a little bit to set up and stuff. But once you have your claimed island, you can use it for very limited supplies. And as you see here, this is my golden bamboo. Now, I'm just going to check my mode. Yes, so it's going to give me double XP now. And basically, golden bamboo, I would have something like golden bamboo. I would have my porter on, and I'd just basically sit here with legendary woodcutting aura on and just AFK away. But it's a very good way to sort of train AFK, and that's what I would suggest you doing. If you're going for 110, make sure to do your divine use every day, and then use your woodcutting as your downtime as well. It's a very enjoyable skill, and it's one of my favourites actually, and it's probably one I'm not going to sort of push or boost or use double XP on to get to the end. 1.3k per like golden bamboo is not too bad at all, and again with porters it just goes straight to your bank and you just can go quite AFK as well. But what I would suggest though, all these buffs you can get, especially the Sentinel outfit, very worthwhile getting. Make sure to use your urns, make sure to do your divine use. Divine use is probably going to be how you train woodcutting the best anyway. But that's going to be the end of this video. Again, I think I'm going to continue doing this 120 to 200 mil series. They went down very well before, and I know you guys like some ideas on how to train, but that's how I did it. For 1 to 99, majority of it was woodcutting use way back in the day. After that, we did a big combination of crystal trees, divine U locations, elder trees, and then finally golden bamboo, which I did for probably the biggest bulk of my time up to 120 as well. But all the time, whenever I was doing woodcutting, I was probably playing another account or doing something else or watching something on the side. For me, woodcutting has never been like an interactive skill. But if you are looking at the crystalise method, I can do a video on that. Again, let me know what you want to see in the comments. Whether you want me to go over the golden bamboo in detail and the Ark in a bit more detail. The crystalise as well, I can do that in detail as well. But I just wanted to show you guys how I did it anyway. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. We are absolutely fine in terms of numbers for this month. September has been a really good month as well, so thank you guys for that again. If you have enjoyed it, drop me a like, really helps me out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.